I rushed to the ICU to see my husband, Alex. After the call that shattered my world at 2 a.m., tires screeching on rain-slicked Seattle streets, heart pounding like a war drum. The nurse grabbed my arm at the door, her voice a hiss. Hide. Now. What I witnessed through that cracked glass chilled me deeper than any Pacific Northwest fog. Alex. Tubes snaking from his arms. Eyes wild with something feral. Clutching the hand of the woman who'd been my shadow for years. My sister. Lena. The one I'd bled for. Lied for. Buried my soul to protect. It started 15 years back. In the humid haze of a Baton Rouge summer. When Alex and I were green as the bayou, chasing the American dream on fumes and blind faith. I was Sage Thibodeau back then, fresh out of LSU with a business degree sharper than a gator's tooth, interning at Crescent Capital, a mid-tier firm slinging real estate deals to Gulf Coast fat cats. Alex was the charmer, sales golden boy with a grin that could sell ice to Eskimos. And Lena, God. Lena was the wild card. My baby sister by 5 years. Wild-eyed and reckless. Crashing through life like a Category 4 hurricane. We were unbreakable. The three of us. Family first. Always. That's what I told myself when the feds came knocking in '09. Badges gleaming under the fluorescent buzz of our shotgun rental. Embezzlement. $2 million skimmed from client escrow accounts, funneled into offshore shells. The evidence was a noose. Forged signatures. Doctored ledgers. My initials on the wire transfers. But it wasn't me. It was Lena, desperate, drowning in coke-fueled debts from her modeling gigs in New Orleans that were more pole than runway. She'd confessed to me in tears one bourbon-soaked night. Sage. I fucked up. They'll take everything. Ma's house. Your future with Alex. I could have walked. Reported her. Watched her rot in federal gray while I built my life. But blood's thicker than swamp water. I confessed instead. Took the plea. 18 months in a low SEC join-up in Carville. The old leper colony turned women's prison, where the walls whispered ghosts of forgotten sins. Alex stood by me visits every weekend, smuggling in contraband lipstick and promises of forever. You're my rock. Sage, he'd murmur through the plexiglass, his voice steady as the Mississippi. Lena? She vanished stateside. Starting fresh in Seattle with seed money I never asked about but suspected came from the skim. Guilt money. Maybe. Or blood money. Out in 11. I was a ghost of myself, tattooed with regret. Resume shredded like confetti. But Alex pulled strings at a smaller firm. Evergreen Investments. Got me a junior analyst gig crunching numbers in their Belltown office. Seattle suited us. Rainy vales hiding scars. Craft breweries numbing the edges. We bought a craftsman bungalow in Fremont. Planted tulips that bloomed defiant against the gloom. Lena resurfaced a year later. All polished and poised. Clean now. Running a boutique PR firm for tech startups. She crashed on our couch for months. Then rented a loft downtown. Sisters reunited. Or so I thought. Family mends. Right? That's the lie we tell ourselves in this land of second chances. By 15, I was climbing VP of Risk Assessment, the irony not lost on me. Alex had jumped ship to a bigger fish. Apex Ventures. Rubbing elbows with venture capitalists in glass towers overlooking Puget Sound. Lena's firm, Siren Strategies, was landing whales, ecotech bros, AI dreamers. We three dined at Canlis, overlooking the city lights like kings. toasts to resilience, to outrunning the past. But cracks spiderwebbed under the surface. Alex's late nights. Lena's cryptic calls. My nightmares of iron bars and her teary pleas. The first real fracture hit in 18, when Ma died pancreatic, quick and cruel, back in Louisiana. We flew home, buried her under live oaks dripping Spanish moss. At the wake, Lena pulled me aside in the sweltering church basement. Sage, I owe you everything. That money, I invested it smart. We're square now. She pressed an envelope into my hand. 20 grand. Crisp as new lies. I burned it in the hotel sink that night, ashes swirling like my rage. Square? I'd lost years. Trust. The clean slate every American chases. But I swallowed it. For Alex's sake. He was pitching a big deal. Something with Apex and a green energy startup Lena repped. A synergy, they called it. Family business. We returned to Seattle hollowed out. Alex threw himself into work, coming home reeking of scotch and success. I'd wake to his phone buzzing unknown numbers. Deleted texts. Paranoia. I chalked it up. Post-prison jitters. Until the night in 20. Pandemic lockdown turning our home into a pressure cooker. Zoom calls blurred into blurs. But one glitchy frame on Alex's screen. Lena's loft. Her laughing silhouette. His hand brushing her waist. I confronted him over takeout foe. Steam rising like accusations. Just networking. Babe. She's family. His eyes, those charmer's eyes, flickered. Lie. I didn't push. Couldn't. Not when the world was crumbling. Jobs teetering on Zoom's edge. Instead, I buried deeper. Volunteered at a women's shelter in Capitol Hill. Counseling ex-cons on reintegration. Irony again me. The fall girl. Preaching redemption. It grounded me. Those stories of betrayal and bounce back. Until April 22. When the whistleblower email hit my inbox anonymously. Ask your husband about Project Eclipse. And your sister. Eclipse. I'd heard whispers at industry mixers. Apex's crown jewel. A $50 mill fund laundering dirty crypto through sustainable NFTs. Shell companies. Fake audits. My stomach knotted as I dug. VPN shadows, my only shield. Spreadsheets bled red. Transfers mirroring the Baton Rouge skim. But scaled up. Signatures? Mine. Forged sloppy this time. Lena's PR firm handling the spin. Alex greenlighting the flows. They'd roped me in indirectly, my risk reports vetted without my eyes. If it blew, I'd be the patsy again. The expendable sister. The ex-con with a grudge. Rage simmered slow, like Seattle's summer heat. I played normal. Birthday dinners at Pike Place. Alex's promotion toast with Dungeness crab. But nights. I mapped it, lawyers on retainer. Journalists hungry for fintech scandals. Revenge wasn't a blaze, it was a scalpel. Precise and cold. First cut. Anonymous tips to the SEC. Breadcrumbs leading to Eclipse's heart. Watch them squirm. They did. Alex grew twitchy, snapping over burnt toast. Lena called more. Sister check-ins laced with probes. Heard any office gossip? I fed her scraps. Watched her relay via their shared calendar glitches. By fall 23, Fed circled Apex subpoenas, raided offices. Alex came home pale, clutching a pink slip disguised as sabbatical. Lena's firm tanked overnight. Clients fleeing like rats from the sound. But they didn't break.
No.
They flipped the script. Alex confessed over tears at Alki Beach. Waves lapping like judgments. It was her idea.
Sage.
Lena. The original skim. Eclipse, she pulled me in. Said it'd square your debt. Lies layered on lies. I nodded. Let him think I bought it.
Inside.
The plan crystallized. Expose them both. But twist the knife personal. I'd frame it as their reconciliation. Leaked emails painting Alex as the mastermind. Lena his eager accomplice. No prison for me this time. I'd be the whistleblower hero. Winter 24 brought the storm. I hacked their joint cloud, juvenile stuff. Password Thibodeausis. Downloaded the motherlode. Voice memos of pillow talk deals. Bank logs tying knots. Planted my seeds. A journalist at the stranger. A podcast on white-collar wolves. By spring. Headline screamed. Tech Titans twin betrayal. Siblings sink empire. They fractured then. Lena showed up at my door. Rain-soaked. Mascara rivers. Sage. It's not what you think. Alex. He forced me. Back in Baton Rouge. It was him skimming, not me. I confessed to protect you both. Thought you'd run together. Her eyes. Mirrors of mine. Pleaded. Twist one. She'd borne the original sin too? Or another layer of venom. I let her in. Brewed chicory coffee like my used to. She spilled. Alex's gambling debts pre-LSU. The skim his fix. She'd taken blame to shield him. Begged me to confess as family cover. Circular betrayals. A Thibodeau tango. He's the snake.
Sage.
Eclipse?
His baby.
I tried to pull out. Doubt crept. Venomous. Was I avenging ghosts? But Alex struck back. Cops at dawn. 25 me accused of the leaks. Corporate espionage. His doing forged metadata pinning files to my IP. Bail hearing. Judges gavel like thunder. House arrest. Ankle monitor chafing like chains. Lena vanished again. Radio silence. Alex? He played victim in depositions. My wife. Unstable since prison. Fury forged steel. From my monitored cage. I orchestrated the endgame. Hired a PI. Ex-SEAL with Rainier views and no scruples. Dug dirt. Alex's affair with Lena. Not just business. DNA test from a clinic slip. A kid hidden in Tacoma. For years old. My niece, nephew, the secret buried deepest. Climax brewed in July heatwave. Seattle sweltering unnatural. I slipped the monitor. Magnet trick from prison tales. Drove to Apex's abandoned waterfront warehouse. Where Alex met investors off books. Lena too? Per the PI's tale. I arrived wired. Recorder humming. Shadows my ally. Inside. Amid rusting beams and salt air. They huddled. Alex pacing. Lena clutching a briefcase. Payoff docs? We flip it on her, he snarled. Sage takes the fall again. Family sticks. Lena's laugh. Bitter. Like Baton Rouge? You owe her. Alex. That kid's yours, ours. She finds out. Heart iced. The child, proof of their rot. I stepped from darkness. Too late. Gun?
No.
Just a USB drive. Plugged into their laptop mid-transfer. Files flooded. Everything. Timestamped. Auto-uploading to cloud servers I'd rigged. SEC live feed. Journalists CC'd. But the twist, I'd included my confession. The '09 plea? Fabricated narrative. Truth, I'd known. Covered for both. Complicit. They lunged. Alex's fist grazed my jaw. Lena's nails raked. Chaos. Sirens wailed distant. My PI's anonymous 911. As cuffs clicked, Lena whispered, "Why us?" I leaned close, because family forgives everything but the lie.
Now.
6 months on. From a halfway house overlooking Elliott Bay, I watched the fallout. Alex rots in federal holding. Trial looming, 20 years if the jury bites. Lena? She flipped states. Cut a deal. 5 years probation. Custody of the boy, my blood. Unknowingly. She named him River. After the bayou we fled. Redemption? Or ruin? I visit him weekends. Her eyes wary over playdates. Aunt Sage, he calls. Innocent as fog. The twist that haunts. What if I'd let the feds take me in '09? Would we be whole? Or was the revenge just another cycle? Thibodeau curse unbroken? America promises justice, but delivers debates. Hero or villain? Fall girl turned avenger? Or architect of her cage? As rain lashes the window, I wonder, does the scalpel heal? Or just carve deeper? The halfway house smelled like stale coffee and regret, the kind that clings to your skin like Seattle damp. My cell, sorry. Room. Overlooked the bay. Fairies cutting wakes like unanswered questions. Probation terms, no tech jobs. No contact with associates. Associates. Code for Alex and Lena. The ghosts I'd exorcised at such cost. But ghosts whisper, don't they? Especially when one's raising your secret blood. It started with postcards. And signed. Postmarked Tacoma. Crayon scribbles of boats. A child scrawl. Miss you? Aunt S. Lena's doing. Testing waters. I burned the first 3. Ashes in the communal sink. But the 4th? A photo, River. Gap-toothed grin at 4. Clutching a stuffed gator, Ma would have loved. My resolve cracked like sidewalk after freeze-thaw. I shouldn't have gone. Knew it driving the hour north. Subaru rattling on I-5. Evergreens blurring into accusations. But family pulls. Tidal as the sound. Lena's split level in a cul-de-sac screamed suburbia redemption. Minivan in the drive. Solar panels glinting virtue. She answered the door in yoga pants and forced smile. Hair pulled back like armor. Sage. Not a question. Just wait. River peeked from the kitchen. Chocolate-smeared face lighting like Christmas. Aunt Sage. You bring beignet. Louisiana echoes in his lilt. Lena's doing. Or mine. We played in the backyard. Tire swing creaking under his giggles. While Lena hovered on the deck. Coffee mug sentinel. He's asking questions, she said finally. Voice low. About Daddy. I say he's traveling. For work. Lie upon lie. Alex's face in mugshots now. Splashed across feeds. Fintech fraudster faces reckoning. I nodded. Pushing River higher. Wind off the Olympics carried salt and sin. You named him well. River flows. Forgets. Unlike us. Damned by deeds. Dinner was tense civility, gumbo from a kit. Jazz humming low, Coltrane. Ma's favorite. River chattered about preschool pirates. Oblivious. Under the table. Lena's foot nudged mine. Signal from girlhood secrets. Post-bedtime. Wine poured. She cracked. The deal. It was immunity for testimony. Against him. But Sage. The kid, River, He's not just payback. Alex didn't know till last year. I was gonna tell you first.
Lies.
Or truths twisted. My PI's report. Clinic visit 20. Her solo. Alex's DNA a Hail Mary after warehouse brawl. Why now? I pressed, glass stems snapping in my grip. Crimson wine pooled like bayou blood. Her eyes. Mine mirrored, because you're out. And I need an ally. Feds are digging deeper, 09. If they connect dots. Baton Rouge ghosts rising. The skim. My confession, her frame, circular again. I left at dawn. Rivers hug a barb. Back in a house. Sleep evaded. Bay lights mocking. Revenge's aftertaste, hollow. But plans simmer. Call the journalist? Leak Lena's immunity docs? Paint her Judas? Or protect the boy? Let cycles break? Week 2. Anomaly. Burner phone in my mailbox. No note. Text blinked. Eclipse was an end.
Meet.
Pier 52. Midnight. Alex's style. Dramatic. Desperate. Bait. Trap. Ankle monitor off. I went. Fog thick as complicity. Gulls crying judgment. He waited under sodium lamps. Gaunt in hoodie. Veiled jumper scruff. Sage. Voice raw. Like post-prison gravel. No embrace, just space. Electric. You shouldn't be here. Obvious. But opener. Neither should you. But family. Right? Grin ghosted. Charmer's echo. Lena's playing both sides. Testimony? She's burying us to save her ass, and the kid. Doubt seated. His story, post-warehouse. Her visits to holding. Whispers of flipped alliances. She fed you to feds.
Sage.
Eclipse logs. Her plants. Paranoia or pattern. We walked planks. Water lapping lies. He pulled a flash drive. Proof. Her emails to prosecutors. Twisting 09 says you masterminded original skim. Covering her tracks. Thunder in veins. If true, Lena's the serpent. Shedding skins. Alex's hand grazed mine. Old spark. Or manipulation. Help me.
Sage. Run.
Vancouver. New lives. Temptation. American as apple pie flight. But revenge root deep. You bedded my sister. Fathered her child. While I slaved, eyes dropped. Weakness. But love, always you.
Lie.
Truth's gray zone. I took drive. Left him to fog. Home. Plugged in. Files scorched. Lena's correspondence.
Damning.
Twist 2. She'd been the architect all along. 09 skim her solo spree. Confessions chain to bind us. Alex complicit. But her puppet strings. Rage reignited. Not over yet. I drafted email. To her lawyer. CC Media. Tell Lena. River's mine now. Custody war incoming.
Bluff.
But Blade. Her call came frantic. 3 a.m. Sage.
Don't.
He's innocent. Tears. Real? Meet me.
Coffee.
Neutral. Ballard locks. Dawn mist rising from salmon ladders. Fish fighting currents. Like us. She arrived disheveled. No yoga armor. What do you want? Money? The house. Truth. Unyielding. Spill. 09. Her addiction's abyss. Skim desperate grab. Confession to me. Half true. She'd framed Alex too. Double dip insurance. Thought you'd save us both. But you did time.
And
He turned on me. Eclipse was revenge, his on the world. I joined to sabotage, but it spiraled. Layers peeling. Onion of deceit. Who to believe? Antagonist shifting. Alex the brute. Lena the schemer?
or me.
The catalyst? River's face flashed, collateral in our war. Controversial call. Drop the custody bomb? Destroy her to free him? Or ally against Alex's ghost? Decision hung. Polarizing as election night. I chose fracture. Leaked partial files. Just enough to pressure her deal. Feds renegotiated. Harder terms. She cracked wider. Alex has a partner. Real boss. Harlan Crow. Apex silent whale. He's coming for loose ends. New player. Harlan. Venture vulture-eyed crossed at galas. Eyes like shark shallows. Betrayal's web widened. Eclipse's funnel for darker flows. Russian oligarch wash. Maybe terror ties. Whispers in industry. Untouchable. Political shields. Plot thickened. Noir as Elliot Bay noir. I reached out, tentative bridge to Lena. Truce? For river. Her reply, warehouse. Tonight. Bring the drive. Foolish? Or fate? I went armed with recorder. PI shadow.
Inside.
Echoes of climax past. Rust. Salt.
Sin.
She waited alone. Briefcase open, docs on Harlan. Kill list subtle. Our names. He's tying knots.
Us.
Alex, Patsy's. Her hand trembled. River's safe house ready. Take him. Moment suspended. Trust her? Or torch it all? Sirens distant. Harlan's hounds? I snatched docs. Nodded.
Go.
I'll end it. She fled shadows. I torched the place. Arson app on burner. Flames licking beams like Justice's tongue. Apex's corpse burned. Harlan's secrets ash. But twist, as Inferno roared. Phone buzzed Alex. Got her. Leverage. Lena. Snatched. Game flipped again. Flames clawed the night sky over Pier 52. Emergency lights pulsing like a migraine as fireboats churned the sound. I slipped away in chaos. Subaru's tires whispering escape on damp pavement. Harlan's docs burning holes in my glove box. Alex's text looped venom. Lena's with me. Family reunion. Your move. Sage. Photos attached. Her bound in some Fleabag motel off Aurora. Gag-mouthed. Eyes defiant daggers. Heart hammered interstate rhythm. North to Everett, where his hideout squatted, a no-tell by the Boeing plant. Neon vacancy flickering judgment. Rain sheeted. Wipers slashing like accusations. Was this redemption's endgame or my grave? Revenge's razor cuts both ways. Parked in shadows. Scoped his beater truck. Plates swapped.
Inside.
Muffled voices, his growl. Her steel. No goons. Harlan's reach hadn't snapped yet. I circled back. Jimmying the service door with a library card. Prison hacks die hard. Hallway reeked of bleach and despair. Doors numbered like sins. Room 7. Cracked ajar. TV droning Fox News scandal. Alex paced. .38 in waistband. Impulse buy. Face red. Lena zip-tied to radiator. Skirt torn. But fire unquenched. You always were the weak link. Alex, she spat. Harlan'll feed you to gulls. He whirled. Shut it. Sage took the bait, docs. Flames. We're ghosts now. Delusion's grip. I ghosted in. Tire iron from trunk heavy as grudge.
Boo.
He spun. Gun whipping up, too slow. Iron cracked knuckles. Pistol skittering. Grunt.
Crumple.
Lena's eyes widened. Relief? Or Trap's next act? Untie me. Urgent whisper.
I did.
Plastic biting my fingers. She rubbed wrists. Snatched gun. Moment stretched. Barrel on me now. Why? Twist 3. Her laugh.
Hollow.
Because it's over.
Sage.
Harlan's the devil. We were pawns.
But you?
You lit the match that burns us all. Flash, docs weren't leverage, they were bait. Rigged with trackers. Feds on route. Her play to flip final. Betrayal's full circle. River.
Croak.
Safe. Foster care. Anonymous. Better than this. Gun steady. But tremor betrayed. Alex groaned awake. Chains clinking her work. Kill her. Lena. End it. She wavered. Barrel dancing. Controversial crux. Pull trigger? Sister Mercy? Or let fate's jury decide. America's moral maze, no heroes. Just survivors. Sirens wailed close. I lunged not for gun, but her. We tumbled, wrestling like 90s girlhood scraps, over the weapon. Pop, ceiling plaster rained. She pinned me, breath hot. You should have let '09 go. Door splintered. Feds. Badges blazing.
Down.
Federal agents. A chaos ballet. Alex lunging clumsy. Lena freezing. Me under her weight. Harlan's net? No. My leaks boomerang. SEC with warrants. Cuffs click symphony. All 3. Zip-tied parade. Interrogation room. Federal lockup downtown. Fluorescent hell. Coffee like motor oil. Agent Ruiz. Hard-eyed Latina with Seattle PD crossover. Thibodeau's. Quite the trifecta. '09 skim. Eclipse laundromat. Now arson? Family business. I lawyered up silent. But crack showed. Alex cracked first. It was her. Lena planned everything. '09 to warehouse. Finger-point carousel. Lena's turn. Through glass. Lies. Alex and Harlan. I covered for them. Her eyes met mine. Plea or poison. Ruiz leaned in. We got the boy. Emmis. Thibodeau. DNA ties him to. Complications. Harlan Crow's talking plea. Names dropped. But yours linger. Harlan. The whale surfaced. Lawyered to gills. Trading minnows for freedom. His depot leaked. Eclipse's baby. Alex executor. Lena's spin.
Me?
Collateral.
The ex con wildcard.
No mention of '09 frame. Buried deeper. Bail hearing. Circus media. Sister Slayer saga headlines. Podcasters picking bones. Judge denied mine. Flight risk. They claimed. Lena walked on technicals. Informant value. Alex? Remanded. Howling betrayal. From cell. I orchestrated whispers. PI'd as social services. Pushing River's custody. Blood and over Lena's taint. She fought dirty. Psych evals painting me unstable. Revenge riddled. Courtroom clash. Tacoma family division. Her tearful testimony. Sage's fire. It scarred us. My rebuttal. Docs proving her webs. Twist 4. DNA bombshell. Rivers not Alex's. Paternity dodge. Clinic mix-up? or her deeper deceit. Jury. Judge swayed. Temporary custody to her. Supervised visits mine. Polarizing verdict. Protect the child from fallout. Or punish the parent. Out on technical appeal. Fall rains returned. Gray as grudge. Lena's call. Truce? For him. A coffee at a strip mall Starbucks. Neutral as Switzerland. She looked hollowed. Yoga armor cracked. Harlan's deal sticks. Community service? His. Alex, trial next month. 25 minimum. And you?
Probe.
Probation. But sage. River asked for you. Gator story. Ma's tales. Thaw flickered. But revenge's echo. The boy. Truth. Her sigh. Clinic error. Donors anonymous. Tech bro type. Alex thought. Leverage. But I kept him for real. Layers infinite. Forgive or fracture final. I chose Gray. Co-parent pact. No leaks. Shared holidays. Family redefined. Thibodeau 2.0. But Harlan loomed shadow. Whispers his network tentacles. Unfinished business. A package arrived, my halfway mailbox. Flash drive. Note. Loose ends. Burn or be burned. Files. New scheme. Post-eclipse. Biotech wash. Political pact ties. Names. Senators. Seattle mayor's aide. My chance. Final scalpel. Debate internal. Expose. Risk River's world. Or bury. Let cycle spin. America's choice. Justice or quiet life. I met Lena. Drive in hand. One more play. Her nod. Steele returned. For the boy. Warehouse redux? No. Safer. Anonymous drop to ProPublica. Joint byline ghosted. Leak hit mid-December. Holidays hell. Headlines. Fintech phantom returns. Harlan's Hydra. Fallout tsunami. His empire crumbled. Arrests rippling DC to Puget. Us. Cleared peripheral. Commended reluctant. Alex's trial? He flipped to. Ratting Harlan for reduced time. 10 years. Out in 7 with good behavior. New Year's. Fremont bungalow mine again foreclosed. Reclaimed cheap. River's first sleepover. Beignet burnt. Story spun. Lena dropped him. Eyes very warm. We're okay. Gray answer. For now. But twist lingers. That donor? PI trace. Harlan's seed bank donation. Vanity project. River. His blood? Unspoken bomb. Debate eternal. Tell. Taint or shield. Sin? January thawed Seattle slow. Slush sucking at boots like unfinished business. The bungalow creaked under fresh paint and River's toys, Legos scattering like shrapnel from our war. Custody shared now. 50/50ths. Judges compromise in the gray. Lena's Tacoma split level echoed empty weekends. Her PR gigs freelance scraps. Karma's bite.
Me?
Consulting gig at a nonprofit. Auditing ethics for startups. Irony's gift. Preaching what I barely practiced. River bridged us. 4-year-old diplomat with questions sharp as gumbo spice. Why daddy in timeout long? Over mac and cheese. His brown eyes, donor dark. Not Thibodeau blue, pin me. Daddy's learning lesson. Big people stuff. Vague as fog. Truth's veil. Nights. Doubts nod. Harlan's shadow. Leaks scorched him. Indictments piled. Assets frozen, but whispers persisted. Ex-Apex suits vanishing. Accidents on snowy passes. His reach. Hydra-headed. Lena and I met bi-weekly. Neutral ground. Golden Gardens. Picnic blankets under Olympics gaze. Heard from Alex. She'd probe. Passing juice boxes. Letters. Whiny. Blames you. Truth half. His scrawls from SeaTac fed. Sage. Baby. Appeals gold. Lena's poison. Harlan's mole. Circular venom. She'd snort. Wind tousling. Mole? Please. Harlan courted me post-eclipse. 20 gala. Champagne lies. Thought I could play double.
Sabotage from inside.
For us.
Us.
Fractured pronoun. Donor bomb hung, unspoken. PI's report tucked in safe. Harlan's vanity vault. Elite clients seeding legacies. Probability 87% match, River. His unwitting heir. Tell her? Explode the pact? Or bury? Protect the peace? February brought fracture. Anonymous envelope. No postmark. Photos. River at preschool. Shadowed tail. Black SUV. Tinted menace. Harlan's outriders? Or paranoia post-leak? I called her frantic. We need to talk.
Now.
Her loft. Downtown echo. Sirens, ghosts in empty desks.
Door barred.
She paced. What? Photos slapped down. Her Blanche. Shit. Harlan's parole push. Backroom deals. He's gunning loose ends. Parole? Leaks sting. But money talks louder than cuffs. River's not loose. He's. Eyes narrowed. What? Say it.
His.
Biologically. Words leaden. Silence thundered. Then rage. How?
When?
Clinic 20. Your error. PI traced. No accusation, just fact. Scalpel clean. She crumpled. Bourbon bottle clinking. Vanity. Thought anonymous. Leverage if needed, against him. Laugh bitter. Now? He knows. That's the tale. Puzzle clicked. Leaks ricochet. Harlan. Cornered. Claiming kin. Custody ploy? Or worse, extortion. Heir to launder anew? Decision loomed. Controversial core. Expose lineage. Weaponize courts? Or flee? Underground with boy? America's dilemma. Fight system or flip it off? We chose fight. Joint filing. Protective order. Harlan's contact severed. Lawyers stacked. Media blackout. But he struck sly. PI flipped. Leaks to tabloids. Fintech felon's secret son. Heir or hostage? Headlines howled. Paparazzi swarming Fremont. River scared. Hiding under blankets. Bad men. Aunt Sage. Hiding from shadows. Kiddo. But shadows grew teeth. Alex's call from lockup, collect. Voice cracked. Heard.
The boy.
Mine. Denial's edge.
No.
Harlan spawn. Brutal truth. Silence. Then, kill it. The story. I'll testify. Harlan's empire.
All.
For family. Twist 5. His flip genuine? Or desperate bid? We greenlit. Depot scheduled. Feds salivating. Climax brewed in March madness. Courthouse steps gray with threat. Harlan's hearing parole bid. Packed gallery, suits. Reporters. Us in back row veils. He entered. Silver fox unbowed. Eyes scanning. Locked on River. My lap perch. Small hand, clutching mine. Smile ghosted, predatory. Whisper to counsel. Then adjournment.
Outside.
Ambush, his goon detail. Accidental, shove into traffic. Brakes squealed. River scream. Mine merged. Chaos. Feds swarmed. Arrests mid-sidewalk. Harlan's ploy foiled. But message. Ends justify. That night. Bunker mode. Lena's loft fortified. PI guard. Wine flowed confessions. I hated you.
Sage.
For taking fall. Then loved for saving. Her hand in mine. Sister Seal. Alex's depot dropped bomb. Harlan's web. Eclipse mirror thread. Global wash for cartels. Politicos.
Tapes.
Ledgers. Names. Senators indicted. Seattle mayor resigned. Hydra headless. Fallout gilded. Harlan remanded. No parole, life plus. Appeals doomed. His claim on River? DNA contested. Courts ruled. No tie.
Fabrication.
Boy hours. Untainted. But cost. Alex's deal sweetened. Out in 3. Witness protection. Last visit. Through glass. Redemption. Grin faded. Gray.
Alex.
Always. No forgiveness. Just release. Summer bloomed tentative. River's 5th birthday. Bayou Bash and Golden Gardens gumbo authentic. Jazz live. Lena and I toasting chicory. Packed solid. To loose ends tied. Yet twist eternal. A letter. Harlan cell scrawl. Smuggled. Blood calls.
Sage.
River's mine. Legacy levs. Watch skies. Debate ignites. Burn it.
Move on or arm.
Eternal vigilance? Revenge's echo. Did we win? Or just delay the storm? America's script. Dramatic. Disputed. Dark as sound depths. No absolutes. Just us. Scarred navigators. Hook sunk. Line played. Sinker swallowed. What's next? Only fog knows. As River laughs. Swing soaring. I choose now. Hold tight. Sail on.
For him.
For ghosts quieted. If not gone.